You've got mail, Lan, and it's me, a Pig Flake, and Sire Goku in Mega Man Battle Network 2. Why am I speaking like this?
I don't know, because you can't think of another way to open.
Maybe it was just because I was like a little bit, thrown off. But let's jack into a coffee mug, because
even coffee mugs have USB ports now. What the hell? Actually, that makes kind of sense. That kind of makes sense.
I would like to hear the sense behind that.
Well, because can't you like plug a coffee maker into your cigarette lighter in your car?
I was not aware of that.
Anyhow, think you could, and it's basically a USB port.
There's USB ports and everything eventually, especially here in this game.
Well, for this game specifically. Oh god, explosions.
Yeah, this game's telling you can't go this way, so it's one of those. The path will destroy if you're going the wrong way.
Let me guess, we're gonna be fighting Bomb Man in here, aren't we?
If your guess would be accurate and inaccurate.
Oh, I just assumed it might be Bomb Man because of explosion.
Speaking of which, we're actually not jacking into the coffee mug, but there's actually a bomb planted within this mug, so it's specially designed. So so it makes sense. It was specifically designed.
That's why I'm thinking it's either gonna be Bomb Man or Fireman.
Fireman comes out in Battle Network 1, I think.
Yeah. Oh god, hands.
Well, the chip that these guys dispense, the hand bombs, are actually one of my favorite chips. I'd be using them later on once I get one. But for the most part, I'm actually just doing what I kind of want most Let's Players to do, is skip these kind of maps because they're pretty linear and there's nothing to really show other than items, which is what I just did right now.
That was simple enough.
Not to mention I just pretty much transitioned to another area outside here. Something I forgot to do.
Oh, that's right. They're on like a class vacation somewhere right now.
Not a class vacation, but a friend vacation.
Yeah. Are they on like summer break or something?
Yeah, they finished school. They wanted to go to woods, camp, but bomb threats because terrorism.
Freaking terrorism.
So they were talking about this little robot here. I don't know the proper term for them. But robot was talking about weaknesses, namely fire and where you stand.
So it's a maze?
No, he was just talking about battle.
Oh,
and
okay.
how fire elements work. Which is kind of cool because later on in this game, you'll see here's the fire enemies they were talking about. But later on in the game, they'll tell you like, hey, there's ground areas and you can actually burn them down.
I saw the name Flammy. Flammy turned into some... Great, now I'm thinking Secret of Mana. Crap.
That does kind of sound like a...
Flammy is awesome. Your flying ship mechanic for that
flamey.
game's a freaking dragon. That's amazing. Of course, you're the only one watching that, so...
I don't think so.
I'm getting like 0 views on that. The only views I get are from you, and half the time I don't even get views from you because it doesn't... Like, YouTube doesn't register that you're watching it.
He's not watching it. He's just doing
that, or you're like an incognito, so it doesn't count you as watching it, though you can still post comments.
No, it still counts. Incognito is just not signing into a profile specifically, right. So you can trace your cookies and other stuff. But anyways, the last battle you saw I was pointing out a bomb at the bottom right, and they were talking about fire, and you can light those up to explode the whole map. Enemies can also do the same thing too if there's a bomb on your side. So you might want to shield yourself from the bomb or detonate it yourself. I gotta summarize this real quick. So there's a bomb threat going on, and since we're pretty much licensed to foil this kind of stuff, even if we weren't really anime hero, we could have done it originally. We're just trying to detonate them so people will be safe. Anyways, Cha said, hey, I think the bomb guy's still around here because we can detonate them from within. He can only detonate them from a certain range. And we found him.
So we're
Dave's
just
the bomber.
Oh, you did jump kind of like what? Are we just gonna assume the first guy we see is the bomber?
Actually, almost everyone's been deserted, and we've already talked to him. But as you run away and explore, you'll find this guy.
Oh, the guy's net. Okay, the guy's nav. Navigator is Quickman. I was assuming it was going to be Bomb Man. Don't I feel like an idiot?
Actually, you have every right to believe it was Bomb Man.
I think they did that on purpose. Like, oh, you're going to assume it's Bomb Man? Nope, Quickman.
Bomb Man always looked like a chicken to me. His beak and his mohawk. Speaking of which, there's this guy right here. I kind of always think his staff is his eye, and the flaming, his hood where it's open was his mouth. But when I took a closer look at this at higher resolution, it turns out his hood was on fire and he was just holding a staff.
Oh
in
shit!
his face.
Hey, new
Anyways, got a
power
power
up.
up. Yes.
What's your preferred method of leveling up your stats?
You got two kinds of Mega Mans. 3. You'll see the third one later on. But I can speak of the hardest Mega Man kind to get, which is your fully unlocked Mega Man, where you and Len are combined.
I mean, I saw you put it into attack. So, like, do you purposely max out attack first, or do you go like attack, speed, and or attack, charge, and rapid?
Oh, well, before I expand on that, let's talk about these guys real quick.
Oh god, speed puns. He's gonna teach you a quick lesson. Yeah.
It's like, why should
God damn it.
Why should I even fight you? You already did. But as you saw, shooting my regular Buster, he just blocks it. Even if you charge it, he'll block it because he's quick, man.
Yeah, Quickman isn't even walking; he's flying. He's just that fast. Shit. Oh, hi, Gutsman.
He even blocked Gutsman's attack, so there's something to note. But here's the cool thing about the reason I use Gutsman is that he can't stand on the other platforms anymore. So now he's forced to be on this platform. And the only time he's vulnerable to attack him is after he attacks. So this becomes a little bit tricky.
You?
Yeah. So no matter what I do, he's just gonna deflect everything.
Why didn't you try a charge shot?
He also blocked that too in the beginning.
Oh, damn.
So I was just showing off how his strategy works. The only way you can hurt him is after he attacks or when he attacks. And
okay.
yeah, and by what I mean by when he attacks is you could like use a summon battle chip to negate it because it pauses the whole game, like a spell in Mana. Yeah, but you gotta be quick like Quickman to hurt him. Honestly, he was one of the hardest Navis I ever fought when I first played this game because of it.
I can understand that. Because he's one of the hardest bosses in Mega Man 2 because of how fast he is.
Yeah, actually, also his stage was a dig for the first timers. But for the most part, I just want to say that he is not hard in essence. It's just that you're anticipating to dodge his but you're also anticipating to dodge his attacks. You attempt to dodge it too quick and you'll get hurt, or you just too late and the boomerang comes back and hits you while you're trying to hit him. So you gotta be precise with this kind of thing.
I've been watching this now. I'm like, are you just taking the hits just so you can get hits on him? Or is he just that fast?
I was probably slow on it, but this whole time I was anticipating for him to get close. And I assumed he would be there, but I wasn't, so kinda goofed. So now I have to rely on the blades.
I would make a joke about how he's kicking your ass, but in all honesty, I probably would be doing just as well, if not worse right now, because I've never played this game.
So now he's starting to attack twice, now that his health has been lowered to under half. So time to get serious.
Fuck.
Alright, so unlike Logic, I'm actually gonna heal.
Speaking of Mega Man X4, are you gonna play that game at some point?
X4? I haven't even done X2 or 3. In fact, I've done X twice.
That's true, you haven't done Let's Plays of X at all.
No, I've done Mega Man X twice already.
That doesn't really technically count.
Maverick Hunter and X are kind of different.
Well, that's true. Well, no, you're right. Maverick Hunter X counts.
That's what I meant by doing X twice.
Okay.
So eventually let his guard down and I shot him down. So I did struggle a bit. For those who are really good at virus busting,
Too bad the Maverick Hunter series didn't catch on. I would have liked to see Maverick Hunter X2 and 3.
I don't think people were fond of the. Even though
I blame the fact that it came out. I blame the fact that they released it on the PSP. If they had released it on the DS, it probably would have sold better.
I agree.
Oh, hi, Proto Man. Where the fuck did you come from?
He's Proto Man. He's that badass.
Sounds about right.
Quickman was gonna self-destruct everything, but Pro's like, nope, not having that.
Fuck. Fuck honestly, you, Proto Man.
Honestly, this guy, I still want to say it's a chick, because you know how like girls can dress themselves to look like a man in public or something, to like be incognito. That's what he looks like. But like, now that I see his portrait, he has like a little clock on his hat, so that's foreshadowing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like a kind of looks like the shark bandits from Mother 2.
I've never played.
Yeah. Well, when I get to doing a Let's Play of that game, you'll see.
Before I go, well, I want to rant on Mother 2, I really do, but I'm not going to, because now we're being reported by Rebita. Like, hey, you saved the fucking woods. The cyber woods. By a net mafia known as Gospel. So now they're uncovering that Gospel's been doing a lot of bad shit around the world lately.
Rebita? Oh, shoot.
Anyhow,
I can assume what her net navy is.
Well, I don't know if you remember.
I'm just basing it on her name.
We already fought Frogman or Toadman.
That's true. I thought it was Toadman because her name was Rebita. But oh well. We did fight Toadman already, didn't we?
Toadman to me is the hardest net navy for me to fight next to Quickman, but that's considered in earlier stages.
Wait, anyhow, when did we fight Toadman? I don't remember.
Last part.
Maybe it wasn't in this game particularly.
No, we did. It was last part.
Oh. Well, it's been that long since I've seen it. Whoops.
So we got a chip that was tied onto a balloon from a different foreign land known as a Yum Land. Yeah.
Okay.
But they're talking about, oh, Yum Land's known for foods. And it's like, yeah, I want to go there. Pick my pen pals. They make some badass food. And if we meet our friends, we go, Yum Land, think of all the food we can eat.
Lan, you selfish bitch.
No, he's thinking like a preteen.
You just want to make friends with guys so you can go to an amusement park. You dick.
Don't tell me you never thought of that when you were a kid. Everyone has done that before, unless you're one of those really pure people. But yeah. Anyways, we're checking into a robot, and while we do that, I'm gonna answer your question that you asked me right before we fought Quickman. Is when it comes to most battle networks, I do like to level attack over rapid and charge because I am one of those button mashers who like to shoot the buster, and since it'll do more damage as you build up, and I mash it pretty quick, that's pretty cool. I think rapid's for those people who aren't really that quick with button mashing. But charge is also a nice one to build up as well.
I've noticed that about you. You find an excuse to call people pussies every time they use something that you don't prefer to use.
What sparked this up? I'm curious.
Like you find it, like you said, people that use a turbo function are lazy. The people that don't, you call me lazy because I don't edit every single little thing that you would possibly edit.
You even say yourself, I can edit this out, but I'm not going to because it's only a minute.
I never flat out said I could, but I'm not.
Okay, well, we're fighting Gutsman against version 2, as it says on the top right. It's trying to get a better chip of him, but it's depending on how quick I beat him. I do call people pussy sometimes, but there are some sense where, like, well, I mean, using the turbo key on something like an airplane shitter, that's just, come on. Use your thumb.
But what if you can't do that?
Use your index finger. There's a lot of ways to hold the controller back then.
What if you're an old man and you can't move as fast anymore?
An old man? Well, it's just your fingers, not your whole body.
But still, your reaction time isn't as good as it used to be, so you'd rather just hold a button down rather than rapidly press it.
Okay.
I don't know.
In a sense of the disabled? Okay. But they're even
Also, you are destroying Gutsman here.
yeah, at the sense of me not dodging that much. But we got his chip. Let's Gutsman version 2.
So can you just grind boss chips off? You're like, you can just grind for boss chips in this game?
Only with the ones you fight against, and only if you beat them fast enough, and
Okay.
as well as not getting harmed as much.
Alright.
Which is kind of fair. It's pretty much saying if you got an S rank, you get
That was
the chip.
something I found out the hard way in network transmission, is that the boss chips are one and done usage, and I'm like, ah, fuck.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, it's not, like, you can only use them once per battle is what I mean.
Oh, that's not that bad.
And when I'm used to the games that give you multiple uses of boss weapons, that kind of threw me off.
Okay. I think Battle Network essentially has the same thing too, but I rarely run out of chips. Anyhow, they were talking about the chip trader. They're like little slots where you insert chips you don't want anymore, and you get new chips. It's always random. There's one right there. Chips from the previous Battle Network do transfer over. I forget how you're supposed to transfer the save file. I think when you put in part 1 in your Game Boy Advance, some of it gets saved into the RAM of the Game Boy Advance, and when you put in part 2, it'll continue on. I think Pokemon did something like that later on.
Just more and more reasons to draw parallels to Pokemon with this game, despite the fact you say it's not like Pokemon.
It's not.
Yet we've found like 4 or 5 different similarities between the two.
You did. I only found
in
one.
this Let's Play alone.
You
and
did.
you just acknowledged one of them right now.
Yes, I acknowledge one that most, what's the word? Nintendo hardwares could accept to do. Kind of like when you can play Animal Crossing after you take off the disc.
I would play Animal Crossing, but I'm not into sim games that much.
Amazingly, that's the only sim game I like to do. But anyways, for now we're doing battle requests again.
Awesome.
Wait, did I do it before? I'm not sure. But we're doing battle requests. People put their stuff on the board and I help them out to get stuff. This guy's like, oh, well, go kill some shit and I'll give you something nice. But I've hidden him around this place. I'm like, okay, I'll go look for him. So now we follow an evil net navi and they're all purple. So
they're all dogs.
well, yeah, these are some, they're called spikies. Not this one, I think, particular, but I don't know what's up with that. Anyways, I'm transitioning because why the fuck not? What you guys not like to know?
Because we don't need to sit there watching you fight dogs.
And enemies in general. But this second,
even though
evil
Gutsman can take him out in like one shot.
Nah, Gutsman only does 60-70 damage. But I'm just showing you
67 when they only have 130. That's a lot of HP.
It's not really, since most chips do like around 20. I mean, around their average is around 60. Anyways, he was a net license examiner. He's like, I'm just seeing if people are actually doing their shit right. It's kind of like one of those hidden cops, not hidden cops, but hidden employers or something.
Okay.
So now we gotta go back to the Okuden, which is the forest area campground. And he's like, I need help. And I'm like, okay, let's go over there.
Yay, side quests.
Well, we got room for it. Also,
Yeah.
you also get some nice stuff in the side quests.
When it's an RPG, there's gonna be side quests.
Anyways, this guy, he lost the program. We gotta look for him. And we found him. It's like, I'm lost! Fuck! So yeah, program's actually getting lost in the internet.
All these robots look exactly the same.
Come on, sorry, don't be a racist.
Yeah, maybe they got mass-produced. They're robots after all.
That's true. So we got, see, like I said, we got HP power up. That's worth doing the side quest for.
I never said it wasn't worth doing side quests.
I mean, look at our health now, we're at 320.
I assume the max is 9,999?
9,000. If you could hack it that way, I guess. I think the
It's
max.
either 9,000 or 5,000.
I think the max for this game is 900 or 1,000. 900 or 1,000, I forget. I think it
It
goes.
looks like there could be 4. It looks like there could be 4 digits. So that's why I
Yeah.
assumed it would be 9,000.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, think of Legend of Zelda. There's a limit to heart pieces you can get in this game.
Right.
And in that essence is what I'm trying to say is the digits do go to 4, but they're only enough to get to 1000 unless you hack it to 9000. Or mod it, whatever. Anyways, we got these enemies.
If only cleaning out computers was this fun in real life.
Someday. We're actually getting there.
Hey, it would make things a lot easier. The 2 times that my computer got a virus, and I would have liked to just jump in my computer and beat the shit out of the 2 viruses that I had.
Who would your Navi be? It can't be Mega Man because you're not the main hero.
I would like to be able to control Mega Man and just have him jump inside my computer and kill my virus for me.
It can't be Mega Man because you're not the main hero, and it cannot be Proto Man because you're not the rival. So who would
Unless
it be?
it's Mega Man ZX, in which case I find their...
Oh, Advent ZX?
or Advent, one of those 3. Find their biometals and merge with them. Then I have Mega Man armor. That'd be awesome.
That's pretty much Digimon Season 3 in a nutshell. Or 4, I forgot which one. I think so, anyways. Which, okay,
There's
now I'm throwing parallels to Digimon, not how you were.
It's a lot of like black hole-ish looking things in the background. It's kind of trippy.
Yeah, we're in the Yumland net square. I was gonna throw that up, but you can differentiate which net square we're in based on the background. Yumland tends to be yellow and spirally, or flowers, like SpongeBob.
It looks like a background for a battle in Earthbound, honestly.
I don't know. I mean,
If you've ever seen any kind of random battle in Earthbound, the background always looks trippy as fuck.
especially with music in a match. So
what exactly are we looking for in here?
This Navi, we were doing a request, and this Navi wants us to do some stuff. So going to the coffee machine. Someone stole his program and all that stuff. But yeah. So we had to actually go all the way over here just to get a request.
That guy looks like a lazy douchebag. He's like, I could go do this myself, but Mega Man's here, so fuck it.
I don't understand. Well, actually, you're a net battler, so you're licensed to do this kind of stuff. Not to mention, you're also you have the skills to do it, to back it up.
Okay.
So here's this one guy, net battler from Hikaru Labs, aka where your dad works. Also, to answer your question, Hikaru means light in Japanese, so Lan's dad is Dr. Light. Anyways, he has
shit.
He has
I have no idea who that is.
Says on the top right. Did you get it? Because we're fighting Gate Man.
Oh, it's just another new character. Okay.
He's one of my favorite Net Navi battle chips summons to use because that attack you just saw is what he does, and it does a lot of damage. They each do 40 damage on explosion.
The design kind of looks reminiscent of a character that was in
Digimon
Mega Man Legends, but I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Do you see the resemblance of him looking like Blaziken? Or a Blaziken, rather?
I don't know.
Honestly, Gateman is, to me, the easiest of all Net Navis and exhibitions. He does get a little bit harder.
Easier than Number Man?
Number Man? He could be hard, in essence, but not for the most part.
He just throws dice at you.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's kind of like comparing who's harder, Chun-Li, Dan, or Fei Long. You're like, oh, well, why would you even consider Dan? He's supposed to be a joke.
Well, now he's getting tricky. He's got a shield.
He's throwing out his gimmick now, which is Gate Shield. There's so many things I forgot to explain because of our conversation, but that's fine. I'll probably bring it up
Not much to explain. You're fighting a mini-boss.
No, I mean, before that, there was a lot of other stuff I could have brought up. But
My bad.
That's okay. There's so much to explain. We're so early in, you know?
Yeah, that's the biggest problem we have with RPG LPs.
But he has his gate cannon here now. His gatekeeper right there in our side of the platform. Because we did an area takeover. But essentially, that he's always gonna spawn it there.
Okay.
And no matter, you can't destroy that no matter what. So it's just eventually you'll find tougher net nabbies, sometimes even regular enemies that will have gimmicks like this, where it's like, oh well, you can't move so and so there. Anyways, he's locked down, so he's gonna take some massive damage. And we're almost done with this match. There are some times when I fight him that it's so quick that it's just sad.
I can understand that.
But he should be going down soon.
This is why we do post commentary from now on, so the LP curse doesn't exist.
Which curse is that?
There's a lot of Let's Players tend to say that there's a curse that when you're doing live commentary, no matter how good you used to be at the game, because you're recording it, you are now terrible at it.
Actually,
you could do it perfect run of it 99 times out of 100, and the 100th time happens to be the time you're recording, and you fuck up every single time.
Before I expand on that, we got HP memory for beating Gateman. We can keep on fighting him as much as we want. Not right now, currently, because we just fought him fresh. And we get more chips from him. We went into the coffee machine to get the program back, and now we're fighting a virus.
Shit.
And to expand on what you're talking about, I think that's not the problem. It's more like camera shyness, I suppose.
It's an excuse that Let's Players like to use. I don't typically go to that as my reasoning for sucking at a game. I will use it jokingly, but like, oh, Let's Play curse. Like, no, like when I'm recording Secret of Mana, like if I die, like it's not a Let's Play curse. It's not a curse that I died. I just screwed up.
Found a mystery data right under that transition.
If I lose at a game, I lose at a game. It has nothing to do with whether I'm recording or not.
To further expand on that, I just want to say that I think it's due to being camera shy, or the fact that you're multitasking when you're normally... Because when you're normally doing 99% really good, you're not talking, you're focused. But this time your mind's trying to formulate words to describe what's happening as you play. That's also a thing.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people prefer post commentary, because they don't have to think of something while they're playing the game.
I prefer live commentary, but that's just me. I only do post when I have to. Anyways, that's it for this part. We did our sidetracking and all that fun stuff. I'm Opaque Flake. I gotta go here. We'll see you in the next pot.
See you guys later.